Howdy folks, hope you've all had a great weekend and welcome to another guest starring Incompetent Camera Minion Eddie. Although I should probably inherit that title now based on the trouble I had to go through to get this camera set up. Mingles with Jingles.
Yeah, just moved it. Yeah, everything is not as it would be.
I found the camera, which was good. I found the camera tripod, which was even better. There is a battery in the microphone, but I've only got 40 minutes of battery left on the camera and I can't find the camera video battery charger.
So this episode of Mingles with Jingles is actually limited by the amount of time we have left on the camera battery.
Yes. So if anything goes wrong, I might have to try to do it on my phone, which will be interesting, I'm sure. Anyway, so first things first, my friend Roy came down for the weekend and he stayed. He had to sleep on the couch because I've only got the one bed, but I have a very comfortable couch. Oh, here comes Juicy. Hello, Juju. Mustn't get distracted by big fat ginger cats.
I don't have time to get distracted by beautiful little cats.
Yes, Juju. She's got to see her Uncle Eddie because Eddie's her favourite human. Anyway, so yeah, Roy came down and then me, Eddie, Roy and our other friend Nikki went to the pub for lunch, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And Roy brought me a belated birthday gift. I'm sure many of you have already guessed what it is.
I'm sure a few more are about to guess what it is. It's very, very fucking cool. It's very, very cool.
I sure hope the camera microphone's picking up the sound. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
He made me a thermal detonator. That is absolutely epic. I'm going to turn it on again.
I didn't realise he made it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's all...
That's impressive.
It's all brass, steel. It weighs a ton.
It weighs a ton. I have to admit, when you handed it to me, I was surprised.
What's this, Juicy? Don't worry, Juicy.
It's all
safe. Good. She's going to come up. Come on, Juju. Come and say
hello to the boys and girls. Come on.
Come on, Juicy.
Come on.
Yes, she. And
there we go.
There's my little
girl. Have a sniff. Have a sniff.
Remember, a gentleman always gives a lady a sniff of the fingers before the gentleman pets the lady.
Yes. Oh, I've missed you. I miss you lots and lots and lots.
So, yeah, because was it last week I revealed?
I think it's the week before.
Or the week before. That, oh yeah, last week was the house tour video.
Yes.
Eddie was my landlord for the last nearly 16 years.
Yes. Yes. You basically rented the upstairs of my house.
Yeah. End of an era.
Yeah.
It would have been so much easier to just keep living there. But I kind of needed my own place.
Yeah, the amount of stuff you owned stopped fitting in the upstairs of my house. That kind of tells you that
you need to move. It's time to spread your wings.
I'm not going to lie, there was a time I assumed you would die there.
Yeah.
And I was happy with that. Not killing you, obviously. That came out wrong. But
yeah, thanks, mate.
There was a time I assumed you'd die there, but that's all right. As I said, you're just down the road from me, so
yeah. So he pops around at least once a week.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he can't be drinking his favourite cider because he has to drive over.
Yes.
And I do apologise for the look. Even people in the Netherlands know that Amstel is basically Dutch piss water, but it's supermarket beer. It's the best I can do.
Yes. Bye-bye, you.
See, as usual, she's going to sit on top of the chair. Okay, fine. That's her new favourite spot.
Yes.
So it's just as well you came around because there's actually bugger all going on in gaming news. Although I was quite amused to see that Activision Blizzard are doing a new Call of Duty game.
Excellent.
I mean, I know you don't really play them.
Yeah, I think the last Call of Duty game I played was
Modern Warfare 2?
It was one of the Modern Warfare ones. I think it was the...
I'm glad you said one of the Modern Warfare ones, because guess what the new Call of Duty game is called? Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Brilliant.
Not to be confused with the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 that was published by the exact same company with the exact same name, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 in 2009.
Yeah, I think that might have been the one
nobody will get confused by that at all with the new game, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Do you remember in the 90s there was a film called Scream? They've done a sequel and they've called it Scream.
Right, yeah.
It's literally the same thing.
Is it a sequel or one of these reboots?
No, it's a sequel.
Oh, great.
It's got the same cast in it, or some of the same cast in it.
Who are 30 years older now.
Who are 30 years older now, yeah.
But at least as far as Blizzard Activision are concerned, they're being consistently confusing, because not long ago they published Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Excellent.
Not to be confused with the exact same game with the exact same title, published by the exact same company.
Which I think was actually
Call of Duty Modern Warfare in
I
2007.
think it was actually Call of Duty 4 that was then Modern Warfare. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're just...
Yeah,
so,
it becomes...
at least they're being consistently confusing.
Yeah.
But, I had a look at the PC gaming news and there just isn't any. I mean, there's a shit ton of news about games that I really just don't care about. Although Stray, which I don't expect you to know about, has had a release date confirmed.
Excellent. I'm so glad that a game I heard of 3 seconds ago is confirmed.
There's two games that I have on my wish list on Steam. One's called Big Kitty Little City, or Little Kitty Big City, you didn't get it right.
Okay. For a second there, I was imagining a Godzilla-type cat in a city.
I would play that.
So would I. The second one doesn't sound as cool, if I'm honest with you.
Where you've got a stray cat, and you've basically got to get through the city.
Okay, that could be.
And it's a big city.
It's essentially Baby's Day Out, but with a much better animal.
But you've got, it's a cat, so it behaves like a cat, and it can do cat things. You're not going to be strapping guns onto the, and so I like the look of that.
Yeah.
And the other one's Stray, same sort of deal. It's a stray cat, and that now actually has a release date, or at least they've said which quarter it's going to come out in. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, Chaos Gate Demon Hunters, Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate Demon Hunters. I might be about to drop myself in the shit here by breaking an embargo. I know I'm not allowed to show any gameplay until at least May the 4th, but it comes out on May the 5th. So, I can actually show it on May the 4th be with you, and then you can get it on Steam on the Revenge of the 6th.
Fair enough.
Whatever. Yeah. I screwed that one up as well, Revenge of the 5th. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I knew what you meant.
Yeah, you said what
Nobody
I meant.
else did.
You said what I meant.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, you wouldn't
I
believe...
translate.
You wouldn't believe I do this for a living, would you? So there's that. And I have... This is where I might be getting myself in the shit with Frontier Foundry, who publish it. But I have been playing it. I do have access to it. I'm just not allowed to, show anything until at least the 4th of May. But it's out on the 5th of May, and it is really good.
Everybody knows it's coming out on the 5th, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, then, talking about it isn't a problem, as long as you're not telling people what happens in it.
Yeah. Basically, it's XCOM 2, but with Space Marines.
Right, so not talking about it.
Yeah, but they've already, there's publicity trailers out. People know what the game is.
And you really, really like it.
It's really good.
I don't think they'll mind you saying it's really good.
Nah, hopefully not. It is really good. It's way harder than XCOM 2.
Yeah.
And it basically is XCOM 2, just with Space Marines, and instead of a...
Everything is better if you add Space Marines.
Yeah, it's like bacon. Everything's better with it.
Yes.
It's the same with Space Marines.
Diet Coke, we don't touch it. Diet Coke with bacon.
What I might consider.
Yeah.
So, that's basically it for PC gaming news. Although, like I say, there's plenty of other news about other games, but I just don't care. There's whatever games I'm not interested in, games that most of you probably aren't interested in. So I read the news. I was like,
this is a good week to do a.
It's a good week to do one of these.
Yeah.
Wargaming continue to try to hammer every available square peg into every available round hole with the submarines. I know you gave up on World of Tanks years ago, and you've never played World of Warships.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So the submarines are. They've had the submarines in development for at least 3 years now.
Yeah.
Admittedly, it has to be said, excellent Halloween special game mode where you could take charge of submarines, and they basically pushed out in a special game mode to test the water, and everybody loved it because it was really, really good, because it was a special game mode. It wasn't a random battle against other ships and blah blah and so on and so on, and it worked really well. And so they plugged away at it and developed, and God knows how many iterations they've had now. It must be 6 or 7 different attempts to make submarines work in random battles. And after like a 3-year development cycle, at this point you're going at it with a scalpel. You're shaving a percentage off here. You're adding 2 seconds there to fine trim it and get it to work. That's what you should be doing at this point. But instead they're going at it with a sledgehammer,
Right.
20 seconds here, 30% there.
Okay, so they really haven't...
They have no idea what they're doing.
That's the thing about World of Tanks. They used to come up with special game modes for special things.
Yeah,
the
football,
World Cup one. I love that.
And the Chaffee Tank races.
Yeah.
They were fantastic.
They were absolutely brilliant. And I just genuinely think they should bring those back just occasionally. Just... You have this thing once and then it's done. At least with the football, it came back every time there was a World Cup on.
Yeah,
I assume it does still.
Almost certainly. Every time there's a European Championship, or actually, do we get to play in the European Championship now that Brexit's happened?
That's a good point. We did, but I mean, should we?
But then again, Israel gets to sing in the Eurovision Song Contest.
So did Australia.
Yeah, and so does Australia. So I don't see why we shouldn't be able to play in the European Championship. So yeah, whatever. Don't know. Don't really care.
But either way, these game modes were great. Just bring them back every now and again.
Yeah,
might have kept me interested.
They kind of do that in World of Warships. There's certain types of game mode, like Arms Race, that they do bring back every now and then, and they are good game modes. I mean, not everybody likes them, but they're a break from the regular random battles and ranked battles, and they're usually pretty popular. But they've got other game modes that they're just completely neglecting, like Operations, for example, which when everybody quit the community contributor program, they swore they would bring back. And that was like 8 months ago, and still fuck all.
Fair enough.
Because they just, it's wargaming. They just say what they need to say to make people shut up, and then they wait for everybody to forget.
Yeah.
So anyway, enough about wargaming.
Yes.
Enough about games.
Okay.
Eddie's here. We're going to shoot the shit and talk about, well, whatever.
Yeah. Firstly, we'll start with an edit to last week's thing. I gave you both those bottles of Newcastle Brown because you drunk all of them.
I would have gotten both of them.
Yeah, you got both of them, but you drunk both of them, and I saved them.
Well, that's what it's for.
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't drink it now.
No, I really wouldn't touch that now.
No, there's something grown at the bottom of those bottles, and I'm not interested in letting it escape the can. So
yeah, I was offered a lot of money for them, and then I thought, I don't want to see them go, but I'm not appreciating them. Where can I give them?
So I'm looking over there because they're on top of the bootcase,
on
either side of the M4A3 Sherman.
Yes, so
which is nice.
We get that out of the way. It's an edit to that. But yeah, it's weird not having you in the house. It has to be said.
It was really weird not being in the house and being in here alone, except for the girls. But the cats were terrified the first 3 or 4 days as well, so they just hid behind boxes and wouldn't come out.
Yeah.
So I was all on my Jack Jones in a place that had no furniture and just looked like the inside of a packing warehouse.
Yeah. I've seen the pictures. I came round and viewed Fort Jingles.
Yeah. And it was a fort made
of cardboard boxes. Yeah. The best kind of fort. Well, blanket after a blanket fort.
But
excuse me, sorry.
And the cool thing now, of course, is to have this.
Yes.
So this is going to be cool for doing the home and the home cooking videos because in your plan, I mean, you spent a fortune getting that kitchen done. Yeah,
but I didn't think you were going to start doing a cooking channel. Had I known that, I'd have had it set up with lighting that would actually light it up.
It wasn't just the lighting; it was the fact that because it was a big kitchen, but it was long and narrow.
Yeah.
So there was no if you ever watch a cooking video on YouTube, there's a worktop. Guy sits behind the worktop. He faces the camera. Kitchen's behind him. Couldn't do that there.
No,
no space for worktop. So I had to work with my back to the camera, looking over my shoulder.
Yeah.
Don't have to do that here. Got this now.
Beautiful.
The kitchen fitters quoted me £5,000 to build a kitchen island. I said, I don't want a whole kitchen, right? Because you'd pay £5,000 for a whole kitchen.
I paid a bit more.
Well, it depends. Yeah, you could pay at least £5,000 for a kitchen if you just wanted a basic fitted kitchen with no appliances, because it was a complete job. So it had its own admin fees and this and booking fees and so on and so on. So I said, no, you're fine, and I just went to IKEA.
Yeah, and honestly, this is as good as they would have done.
Yeah,
if not better than they would have done.
Yeah. So this was £350 plus 80 quid each for the chairs.
And if a chair can take my weight, it's a good chair.
It's a good chair, yeah. So that cost me a tenth of what the kitchen fitter wanted to charge me.
Brilliant.
People keep saying that people like IKEA or the death of the carpentry trade. Well, if a carpenter had ever bothered returning any of my calls, I would have hired a carpenter to do it. But they didn't. So
you had plenty of money to spend on a carpenter.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, clearly the carpenters are doing all right because they can afford to turn business away. They're obviously so busy that they can afford to, yeah, it's all right, I don't want your money. So maybe they're doing okay after all. I don't know.
You don't sound bitter at all.
No. But then again, you know, this is great. This is exactly what I wanted. It's fantastic. Use it as a breakfast bar. It's got storage on that side.
Yeah.
Seats on this side. Can sit here having my breakfast.
It fits 2 fat men.
Yeah. 2 fat men and a big ginger cat.
Yeah.
What more could you ask for? A thermal detonator. Oh yeah.
Because he's holding a thermal detonator. Sorry. That is awesome. I genuinely didn't know he built it. I'm sorry. Going backwards.
Yeah, Roy is. Actually, I'll show you something else he built. I'll have to get up and walk off camera, but I just was looking for the charger, actually, because I can also run the camera off the mains, but I couldn't find the extension cable for it.
Brilliant.
And while I was looking, I can't remember what box it came out of, but I found something else that Roy built.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I can't remember what it's called, but that's
Hellboy's gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he built me Jane Cobb's gun to go with my Jane Cobb outfit.
Yeah, Roy's amazing.
If I'd known that he built it and we were talking about it, I'd have brought my Jane Cobb gun. I might have worn my Jane Cobb outfit for the...
Yeah. And it's, you know, it all...
Oh, it works.
It works. And if I can remember how...
You might end up breaking it. But...
Oh, no, there we go.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
7. It is 7 cool.
That is awesome. It's got the... everything about it is correct. It's mostly unpainted. You know, it could use a better paint job, but I could do that.
Yeah.
He actually made this for research because she was going to do a Hellgirl costume, and then that's as far as she got. It's not like Rita to start something and not finish it.
Yes, it is. Yes, it really is.
But yeah, that's Roy made that. Not fully working. Obviously, it doesn't actually fire the bullets. But,
yeah, that would be a different thing if he made that and it actually fired.
But that's awesome.
Yeah.
It doesn't belong to me, of course. It is actually Rita's. But I've got, when I moved, everything went into boxes, and Rita had left some stuff after she moved out.
Yeah.
It was just one of them. So I'll keep it for her when she gets back.
Yes. I occasionally find something that belongs to one of the two of you.
Yeah.
I literally found a handbag she got. I knew it was one of her handbags because it has a bat left on the front.
Yes.
Found that earlier today.
That'll be a Starfleet thing, Star Trek.
Yeah.
So that was today, was it?
Yes, that was today.
I'm sure stuff will keep turning up.
Yes.
I don't think I'm missing anything important.
No.
You know, other than the battery charger for the camera, the power lead for the camera.
Yeah.
The camera records to an SD card, and I had a hell of a time finding the SD card reader so I could actually transfer this video to my computer and edit it.
So if there's no Mingles with Jingles tomorrow, it's because you haven't actually found it, and we can't transfer.
So if you're not watching this episode of Mingles with Jingles tomorrow, that's why.
Yes.
Fingers crossed. Touch wood. So yeah, is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
No. Well, I missed my morning.
My
morning meeting with Akazuki.
Yeah. Akazuki used to have this thing where Eddie would come for a shower before he'd go for work in the morning, and then he'd head back downstairs, but he would have to stop and have an appointment with Akazuki, who would basically just stretch herself out on the stairs and wait to be petted.
Yes. Because my stairs sort of go round like that, she would wait till I was round the corner and be on the upper step so that I could stroke her through the...
She'd be like, meow, 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 meow. Where the hell do you think you're going?
Yep.
I haven't been petted yet. And you'd have to spend 5
and
minutes.
if my shower was shorter than normal and I got out and she wasn't ready for it, you'd hear a bolt to the stairs. Yes, and that was our morning ritual.
She's being very, very timid today.
Yes.
She's
Well, since we stopped having our meeting, she's kind of avoiding me. Whenever I've come around here, she's avoided me.
Juicy doesn't know.
No, Juicy loves me.
Juicy loves her Uncle Eddie. Don't use Juju. I can call her and you'll see her tail start twitching.
Yeah.
She tries to ignore me, but her tail...
the tail's a giveaway.
Oh, Juicy. Juju. Wow.
No, it didn't.
Such amazing self-discipline, she. Well, she's having herself a good wash, though.
Yeah, she's off camera. We could have just said it moved, and we would have looked
totally
a lot better.
Moved, moved, just like we said.
Yeah, exactly like we said.
I don't think they fell for it.
I think we got away with it.
Cut to a commercial.
I think we got away with it.
Right, so yeah, everything's going really, really well.
Yeah.
I've got almost all the furniture in. I get the dining table. That might be a problem, actually.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about you fitting that through there. But as long as the legs come off, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, the dining table is. I ended up getting all sorts of stuff planned to be delivered or done on Wednesday. So, that was it, the smart meter, I'd forgotten about that. So on Wednesday, and all these dates just happen to coincide, on Wednesday I've got the electrician coming around to install a smart meter, so I know exactly how much electricity and gas I'm using.
Yep.
Which means that he's going to have to power everything off for at least an hour in order to fit it and then test it and make sure it works.
And mess up your alarm.
And mess up, because the last time he came around and there was a fault and it had to be fixed before he could fit the system. And when he switched everything back on again, my burglar alarm kept going off. So the only way you could fix it, whatever it was he did, was to pull the fuse for the burglar alarm. So now I have no burglar alarm. Long story. Anyway, so the problem has now been fixed, and he's coming back on Wednesday to do that. My dining table is also being delivered on Wednesday, but I've now got everything all on display shelves in the hall, as you saw in last week's Fort Jingles house tour, Mingles with Jingles. So I'm not sure that the dining table will actually, it'll fit, there's plenty of space here for the dining table, but I'm not sure it's actually going to get through the door. So they're probably going to end up having to take the legs off and then bring it in a bit at a time and reassemble it in here. But hey, I've paid for premium delivery. If that's what they have to do, they've been paid to do it. Then, the stairs going down to the bedrooms, because she's not a young cat. She's 11 years old now. She's my old lady. And her back's getting a bit stiff. And I want to make it as easy as possible for her. And let's face it, for me as well, because I'm not getting any younger, to get up and down the stairs. So I'm having the stairs carpeted. Nothing else is going to be carpeted. It's all laminate wooden floors. It's great. So easy to keep clean. Because you can see, stuff that needs cleaning. With carpets, there'd be cat fur, and you wouldn't know it was there until you run a Hoover around.
This is the thing. We're now thinking of doing that in the upstairs of the house.
Yeah,
because it's so easy of how it is here. I'm just decided.
You saw this. You thought this is amazing.
Yeah.
Plus, I've got a robo-vac, so I can't actually say her name, but her who works for Amazon, I was like, you activate the robo-vac, off it goes. It's fantastic. And also on that day, so that's carpets being fitted to the stairs, smart electricity meter being fitted, dining table and chairs being delivered, and James Brooksby's coming down to visit.
Yes, the games designer.
Yes, the former CEO of Edge Case Games, who got bought out by, after they did Fractured Space, they got bought out by Wargaming.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're now in 2 wargaming games.
And so
James, the first person to put you in a video game.
Yeah. So they're now Wargaming Guildford. And he's doing new things which I can't talk about, but I've seen.
Wow.
So because he doesn't, he could have just taken the money and retired, but he just
but
loves
he'd
making
get bored,
games,
wouldn't he?
Yeah, he loves making games, and he's really.
It's
good
like you when you take a holiday. You won't have a video for 2 weeks because I'm going on holiday. 3 days later, I got bored.
I got bored. Here's a video. There'll be another one tomorrow. yeah, he's like that. He just loves what he does. So James is coming down. The problem, of course, being that I'm going to have somebody. No, I'll have no power because the smart meter is being fitted. I'll have to wait for the dining table to be delivered, and I've got a guy putting stair carpet down. So we'll probably pick an hour and just go to the pub and have lunch.
Yeah. Make sure they're all in there, and then.
Yeah. Once I'm not worried about anything else turning up that I need to be here for, to say, right, we're going now. Back in an hour. So, we've got a busy week coming up, but that will be it. The dining table is the second last piece of furniture. And then because we went to a company called Oak Furniture Land, and this was on the 16th of January.
Was it that long ago?
That was how long ago it was.
Yeah, you just put the thing down, and they just accepted the offer. And you're like, right, I need furniture.
Yeah.
And I was like, you don't need furniture. But you're like, no, I need furniture. Take me shopping.
Yes.
So
the first thing I saw was, and I asked people about this on Mingles with Jingles, but I had no idea what it's called. It's a hallway thing where there's like a bench with a cushion on it that you can sit on, and underneath the bench is storage for your shoes, so you can change your shoes sitting on the bench. and then the back of it is coat hangers.
Yeah.
So people say it's a bishop's bench, it's a deacon's bench, there's various different names for it. The very first thing I ordered, and they're not going to be delivering that until June.
It's the last thing to arrive.
So the last thing to arrive was the first thing.
Yeah, that was the one you bought there and then in the shop, wasn't it?
I said, yeah, I'll have that.
That is perfect. I don't want to risk losing it.
Yeah.
The rest of the stuff you bought online, but
the rest of the stuff I bought online, and yeah, it's all going to be, and that'll be it. Just Wednesday dining table, and then we can have poker night.
yeah,
I mean, we could do it here, but this is only good for. I've only got the two chairs. I've got a couple of folding, because I bought a couple of not disposable, but temporary folding chairs.
yeah. But would they reach up here?
Well, no, not really. So we could fudge it around here, get
Yeah.
a friend Derek around and play poker, which we used to do. We try to do at least once a month, but we haven't done it in ages.
Yes.
But now,
At first, we were thinking about filming it and showing the world, but honestly, it's our relaxing time, and we didn't want to. And there would need to be multiple cameras.
Yeah,
So
it was
too much of a headache.
and the lighting, it would have been a nightmare as well.
Yes.
And here comes Yuzi. at the
It
same
would have been
time.
hilarious to watch you constantly lose, though.
Yes, all right, fine. I tried winning harder the last time though, didn't I?
Yes, you came second.
But I had you on the ropes at one point.
You didn't.
I did. I totally did. I had 2/3.
Fine.
Derek was out. I had 2/3 of the chips.
No, Derek was out and I had 2/3 of the chips.
Yeah, then I won 2/3 of the chips off you, and then I started trying to win harder, and you just played the long game, nickled and dimed me to death. And then at the end of it, I thought, screw it, try to bluff you with a good hand, but you just had a better hand. And I went all in and just blew it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have not yet won a poker night. Because I'm just
And
not
me
a very
and
good
Derek,
poker player.
thank you for the money you keep donating to us in that respect.
Yeah. Well, Derek's just proffed the TV off me, so he can what's it called? He can sub me my my steak
Yes.
in the next one.
He's also just had to spend 600 quid on his car, so
Ooh, shit.
yeah, not a good week for him.
Are you all right there, Juicy? What's that, Ju? Oh, what is it, Juicy? Have you come here to say goodbye to all the YouTube people? Yes, Juicy. Juicy, what do you think of this shoe?
Could not give
She is remarkably cool under pressure, isn't she?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Such a good
Yes. Oh, who's a good girl? Who's a good girl?
Well, I'm pretty sure the battery's probably only got about 10 minutes left on it.
Yes. Or we could be talking to nothing. It could have
We could.
died 10 minutes ago.
Yeah,
We're just
we'll
whittering
find out.
on, yeah. I hope not, but it's a possibility.
Do not touch the belly.
Yes, it's a trap.
It's a trap.
Yes.
It is
The murder button.
Yes. Anyway, I suppose we're going to knock this on the head, and that's it for this week's episode of Mingles with Jingles. It was great to have you around again.
I know, I'm awesome.
He is. And as always, take care, stay safe, and we'll catch you next time.